Make people drunk.
Okay. It's Richard doing this. We go live. Yeah, we are live now. What are you doing, bro? Hi.
你们已经 live 了。
对。
All right, so we are live. And if you're just connecting, welcome everyone. Super good to have you with us. What we're going to do is just give people 2-3 minutes to connect in, and then we'll get cracking with the show. So in the meanwhile, let's tell you what, let's see what comments you guys have. Hey, we got a whole bunch of comments coming through. Sydney, Australia. Well, you guys have it easy in Sydney, Australia. So this is one of the things that we struggle with, right? Is finding a time that works for people across the world. So we're messing around with this time now. I know it's a little bit late for some people on the East Coast of the USA. It's all right for people on the West Coast of the USA. For people in South Africa and Europe, it's very early in the morning. So that's why you'll see me having a little sip on this bad boy over here from time to time. For people in Australia, you over there, it's about midday, right? So good for you. Please start the giveaway. I have to go to work. You're going to have to wait a little while, buddy. I'm sorry, man. 9 p.m. for me. All right, so you would be the same as Daniel from ModBot channel, who is joining us today. Probably like, what's that? They call it mountain time in the US, right? If I believe. So we got friends who live in Boise, Idaho, and it's kind of the same time that it is for them now. All right. Oh, there's the West Coast checking in. Kelly. All right, let me give you a little interesting anecdote because we'll wait until like 5 past and then we'll start. So behind me are two signs. BTT, which stands, let's do the other hand. BTT, BIGTREETECH, stands for, well, that's BIGTREETECH, and then BQ. And people often ask, why are there two brands for really the same company? And it kind of stems from BIGTREETECH traditionally being the electronic side of the company and BQ being the extrusion side of the company. All the extrusion products would fall under that brand. And the lines have become a little bit blurred over the years. But yeah, the two brands are there. And funny enough, the naming, the owner of the company, his Chinese name sounds a bit like the Chinese word for big tree, da shu. So when he was in college, everyone used to call him with a nickname, Big Tree. And then he started soldering together these old stepper drivers in a market somewhere, and he's still got the scars on his legs from where the solder would drip down and burn on the weekends. And that's how the company was started. He literally would solder together stepper drivers and sell them on AliExpress. And the interesting thing is that Big Tree, that his nickname was, obviously he called the company BIGTREETECH because his nickname was Big Tree. But then in Chinese, when you try and pronounce the word big tree, phonetically, it kind of sounds a little bit like Big Chi. And then they were like, hey, let's make another brand and call it BQ. And that's where BQ comes from. So anyway, interesting trivia. And with that, it is 5 past and time to get cracking. So I hope that you enjoyed that little story. We seem to have everyone connected. So yeah, let's go for it. So first live stream of 2025, right? Also first live stream of the Panda series this year. We know that there are a lot of people who have been waiting for the Panda Knomi for a while. It's finally here. Finally going to get links to purchase it today. You're going to get your own chance to win, actually quite a few of them today too. So looking forward to that. And the reason it took a while is because we actually had quite a large beta program. We were squashing as many bugs as possible. We wanted to make sure that the hardware and the software that you get just kind of works. You put it in there and it works. We're confident in it. We're going to do a live installation on a machine today just to show you how easy and quick it is. And we're really happy with where the product is now. And we can't wait to show it to you and let you have fun with it, because that's really what this product is about. It's about personality. It's about making your printer unique. It's about having fun. So before we get into it, let's do the polite thing. We're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Luke. I'm the technical director of BigTreeTech. I'm involved in a lot of projects, spread pretty thin, but this is one project that I personally, from the very beginning, have had some input into in defining how it should work, how the user experience should go. And so it's pretty close to my heart. Very excited about launching it now. I'm just going to hand over to Richard and Sia. They're also going to do a brief introduction. So Rich and Sia, over to you.
Thanks, Luke. So hi, I'm Richard. I am a product manager from BigTreeTech, and it's really great to see everyone again to help you introduce this new great addition to the Panda series.
So hello everyone, I'm Sia, and I'm responsible for our live and in-person event at BigTreeTech. As always, I'm the one who handles the competitions during our stream, and during this live stream, we have some great giveaways. We will be giving away some Panda Knomis as well as our other new product, the Panda Shelter. Near to the end of the show, we will also release the purchase links for the Panda Knomi, and you will be able to pick up some at really discounted price if you are fast. So stick around for that. Can't wait to get this going. So let's hand over to Luke.
Cool. So the first time that many of you may have heard about the Panda Knomi was in Formnext. Expo was in Germany in November. We were kind of sort of expecting it to fly under the radar, not really be noticed, but some influencers and some visitors to that expo took photos of it on a machine that we had there. And they kind of went online, and then we just received this sort of massive positive influx response from people. We knew we had to sort of accelerate the testing phase and get that thing released. So we're really excited about it. We've gone through all of that, and we're really excited to see what you're going to do with it. Now, some of you who are connected may already be aware that there is a sister product to the Panda Knomi. So we just want to give a quick explanation about what the Knomi is, right? Because we're going to put sales links up, and we want people who are clicking those links to know what they're buying. So there was a sister, or is a sister product to the Panda Knomi. It's designed for installation on Voron machines, and we originally developed that product to give users a way of putting their own personal stamp on their machines. A little bit of blend of fun and functionality. We figured when people look at their machine to see what's going on, what's the first thing that they look at? It's the tool head, because that's kind of where the printing is happening. And they generally would look at the tool head and they'd go, okay, great, printing looks good. Glance at the screen, tap it, turn it on. Okay, that's how much longer we have going. That's how far into the print we are. Cool. And we figured, you know what would be really cool is if you could just look at the tool head and be like, right, that's how far into the print we are. That's how much longer we have left, and have a bit of fun and personality thrown into the mix there too. And so we thought, well, let's put a tiny, lightweight display on the tool head, and it kind of just worked out in the DIY community. And then we figured, obviously, when we saw people doing really cool things with the covers, the front covers for the A1 series machines, well, it just is begging for the same thing. And so we started work on the Panda Knomi. But of course, the Voron version of the Knomi, or we could call it the DIY version of the Knomi, requires knowledge of how to compile your own firmware if you want to customize the graphics on it. It's something that really is right up the alley of a DIY machine builder. They know how to do that. They've done it while they were building the machine, but not really within the scope of many users of Bambu machines. And so we realized that we would need to rewrite the firmware from the ground up if we were going to make this thing something easy to use. And that's essentially what we did. We created an entire new product. So you're going to see as we go through it now, just how easy it is to use, how easy it is to customize the graphics on it, the colors all to your liking, and how easy it is to export all of that and share it with someone else if they like what you've done. So just a quick explanation of what we're going to be covering today then. After this, Sia is going to explain how the giveaway events will work, when they're going to take place. Then I'm going to jump right in and do a live installation of the Panda Knomi on an A1 in front of you. Richard's going to demonstrate that same installation on a P1S and an X1C. Quick Q&A with ModBot, Daniel from ModBot. And then you will have your chance after that to win your own Knomi. As soon as that competition is done, we're going to activate those sales links. So again, we're just going to have Sia explain the giveaways. I'll do the live installation, Q&A, competition, sales links. And then we also have the Panda Shelter, which we'll be demonstrating at the end of the stream with another giveaway for another 5 Panda Shelter units. So quite a few giveaways going on. First, let's just hand over to Sia. She's going to tell you how the giveaway events are going to be working. Sia, over to you.
Yes. Okay, guys, there will be 2 giveaways. One will be about midway through the stream, and the other will be at the end. Entering is simple. Just listen carefully to the product features and the specs, and then I will ask a question for the giveaway, and we will randomly select winners from those who answer correctly. Since we are really excited about this product, we are actually going to select 5 winners for each giveaway, so you stand a good chance of winning. To be fair, we will give those on YouTube some time to respond before we select a winner, since they have a bit of delay. Okay, also, when we release the purchase links, we are going to wait about a minute to activate them to be sure that those on YouTube and Facebook have been able to access them regardless of any stream delays. So if it says out of stock when you open the link, just keep refreshing until it becomes active. When it does go on sale, we will have a limited quantity available at just $99 and 99 cents. To be fair to everyone, it will be limited to 1 per customer for the discounted price units. But after that, you will be able to grab as many as you like. Okay, right, let's hand over to Luke to explain more about the Panda Knomi.
All right, so as I said, we're going to be doing a live installation, and we're going to jump into that right now. It's probably the most risky thing that you can do on a live stream. But like I say, we did a lot of beta testing, and we're pretty confident in the product right now. So let's hope that the demo gods smile upon us today. Before we do that, though, there's one thing that I just want to mention. And it's a question that is of relevance to everyone connected to the stream. Bambu recently announced a firmware update that introduces some additional authentication, authorization mechanisms, and of course, a lot of people wondered, what does that mean for the Panda Knomi? We have some very good news. It means absolutely nothing at all. It's completely unaffected by that update. Why? Well, Bambu break communication with the printers into 2 categories. One they define as critical operations, and the other they define as non-critical operations. So non-critical operations do not require authorization. It's actually only the critical operations that do. And let's see from Bambu's own firmware announcement what is categorized as critical and non-critical. I'm going to be quoting directly from their firmware announcement here. They say that the following printer operations will require authorization controls. Binding and unbinding the printer, Panda Knomi doesn't do that. Initiating remote video access, it doesn't do that. Performing firmware updates, and they're speaking about firmware updates on the printer itself, not on the Panda Knomi, of course. So it's not going to do that to the printer. And initiating a print job via LAN or via the cloud. Panda Knomi doesn't do that. So none of those critical factors it is doing. It's not controlling the motion system, the temperature, the fans, AMS settings, calibrations, etc. So it's simply unaffected. It doesn't fall into any of those communication categories. All it simply does is it gathers status information via the MQTT protocol, like Home Assistant or any other one of those monitoring tools does, and then presents it in a fun and unique way. And that falls into the non-critical category. So Panda Knomi is completely unaffected. Good. Very important announcement. We wanted to get that out the way because it's been on a lot of people's minds. So without further ado, let's do it. Let's jump right in. I am going to change to the overhead camera over here, and we are going to have a look at a little bit of the unboxing. So let's jump right in. Here we have what you would get if you ordered, we could call it the standard Panda Knomi package, right? 2 boxes. Let's have a look at what's in box number 1. Good. So you've got a mandatory little yellow duck. Let's squeaker works. Good. Demo gods have smiled upon us already. And you've got your cable, some cable ties, and we'll see where those come in handy just now. And you have the Panda Knomi itself. Let's pop this guy open. And there you can see him. Right. Let me just close that for now, and then we're going to have a look at the second box. And inside here, you've got a little card, and that's got a link to the wiki on the back. So that's your QR code that'll take you to the wiki. Very useful resource. Don't throw that away, or at least remember how to get there, because you'll definitely find some useful stuff on that wiki. And then you would have the frosted, injection molded front cover replacement for the A1. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these boxes one side and jump right into the installation. And I have my trusty A1 over here that I am going to pick up and get onto the desk. Here we are. And I am now going to change the camera so that hopefully you will be able to see things a lot better. So here is the A1. And let's see if maybe I can just come in from this cam here. There we go. I think you're going to get a better shot if we do that, hey? Right. Good. So let's install this thing, guys. What we do is we would just pop this front cover off over here. Okay. Something to bear in mind is that the Knomi, Panda Knomi, can be installed in two different locations on the A1. So the front cover comes off, the extruder wheel comes off. We'll put those aside. I'm going to show you the first location now where it can be installed. A little bit later, I'll show you the second one as well. So with those off, what I want to show you here is when you get the front cover, it's already going to have this backplate holder. To take this backplate or holder out, and this is mentioned in the manual, you just kind of, watch where my fingers are, you push against there and you push against here. So let's do that clearly on cam for you guys. Right, so there's a little L shape there. You just tuck your finger in there and you push one way and you push the other way here, and boop, you'll just notice that it'll pop out. Cool, and the covers are good. Now let's take the Knomi and we're going to pop it into this cover. And so you take it like this and you'll just pop it in. There's locating pins all around, so you'll feel once it's nice and in place. There she goes. Right, nice and in place. And then you're going to take this little locking mechanism that we just popped out and you're just going to pop it right back in. And you just put it in at a bit of an angle and then clip it. All good, done. Fairly easy. Right, what about wiring? So we do have this wire, right? And this has to make its way to the tool head. You've got this on one end. So this is, you'll notice that that's the same connector that the AMS Lite uses. It's on the back of the machine. So we're going to have to get that from the back of the machine. And we're going to get it to the front. So I'm just going to run it to the back now. And I'm going to run it just with the existing tool head wire. And I'm going to cable tie those up. But you'll notice here that you've got this gap on the top over here of the A1. And what I like to do is just kind of use my fingers to create a little L shape in that, because when I put it through this gap, you'll notice that that plug just seamlessly feeds through over here, this little hole, and boom, we're through. Right. Now with that done, we can just plug this in. And of course, notice how I'm doing everything with the power off. We wouldn't want to do an installation with the power applied, would we? Don't ask me how I know that. So, not on the A1, just in general. When you've been in electronics for long enough, you blow enough stuff up by working on it with the power on by mistake. And then you just pretty much clip it on, right? Like that's it. Physical installation, we're pretty much done. I'm going to grab those cable ties that came in the first box that I showed you a little bit earlier, and I'm just going to put them on for the sake of neatness. So let's do that here. Now, I have been somewhat lazy here because we've also got printed parts that allow you, they clamp around this yoke over here, and they'll hold it nicely in place there, the wire. Let's get my hands out the way so you can see what I'm talking about. They clamp around this yoke, they hold it nicely in place. And then there's also another one of these. So if you're using an AMS Lite and you've got the 4 Bowden tubes feeding down as well as the extruder wire, we've designed another one of these with 6 wire holders in it so that this will fit in with it. Of course, I don't have that, so I didn't need to print that. So I just pop it in like that and we're good. So I'm just going to cable tie this, like I say, to the extruder wire. Let me do that quickly, make it nice and neat. Or you know what? I'm sure that none of you are going to judge me if I leave it a little bit untidy for the sake of getting this thing powered up and having some fun with it, right? So don't judge me if it still looks a little untidy here. I'm probably going to undo the wire just now when I show you the second mounting position. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's do that. Let's quickly show you the second mounting position. And I am going to cut this cable tie so that I can access the wire. So I'm just going to pop this off the bottom here again. And actually, no, I don't need to do that. I have another Knomi right here. And we'll use that other Knomi as a demonstrator. So look what happens when I do this. Boom. We have access to another little spot. Now, why did we develop the second mounting position? I'll tell you why. It's because some people are a little bit concerned about mounting stuff onto the tool head. They might reason, oh, I don't want any extra weight on there. Look, the reality is this thing is just dead light. So you're not putting much extra weight, right? But if it is a concern to you, and then there are some people who are genuinely concerned about that, and that's fine, well, you've got another option over here. So here we are. We've got this little printable part over here. And let me try and do it so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. You simply take the Knomi and you pop it into this printable part. Good. See, it fits quite nicely. And you would take that in turn, pop it in here. And once that is in, now let me show you something really cool. I have another wire here. There we go. So let's just take this and pop it under the desk again. So another wire. And we are going to take this. If you look here, the cool thing is there's a wire channel that runs directly in here. So it just feeds straight in. I'm just going to push this into it. And I'm going to put the original cover back on just to show you how it all works. You see, the wire just runs straight into there. It's such a elegant mounting point as well, if you want to put it over there. And that then allows us, of course, to, I won't plug this one in because it's not going to be the one that I demonstrate on. It's really just to show you the alternate mounting point. To just take this and kind of plug it in there as well. Boom. And now you've got a mount Panda Knomi over there. So, exactly. You've got these. I mean, goodness, I might actually just leave this installed and keep two Panda Knomis on the machine because heck, why not? Good. So I've shown you both mounting points, and now we're going to power this thing on, and we are going to have some fun. So let's find the right power cable that leads to the one on the main tool head, and we're going to plug that guy in. There we go. And then I also need a power cable for the machine. So here we have that, and on we go. Good. I haven't plugged that one in. Good. So the first thing that you see when you turn it on is this little QR code. Now, I'm sure that you can see that there. There's a little QR code. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you a view of what I am doing on my phone screen, so that you can see. Let me just change across to that. Sorry, give me a second here. Right. Okay, because a lot of the setup happens on a phone screen. So let's give you the right camera shot here, and that should be it. Good. Yeah, I think you can see that. All right, this is my wife's phone. Please don't judge me if there's a lot of shopping apps on it. Right, so we are going to go across to the camera. Cool. And here's that QR code. And look, it's an iPhone. So what I have noticed with the iPhone is that for some reason, I have to zoom in a little bit. They've got this weird thing going on with the QR codes. It doesn't detect them if you don't zoom in a bit. So zoom in a bit and just tap the QR code. And you'll notice here it says join Wi-Fi network Panda Knomi. Yeah, let's hop onto that. Cool. And we're going to get rid of the camera now because we don't need that. Join Wi-Fi network Panda Knomi. And where does the Wi-Fi keep settings? Let's see, settings. Good. So we should be hopped onto the Panda Knomi network, and indeed we are. Good. And the second you hop on, you see I didn't actually have to do anything. As soon as you connect, it pops up with this captive porthole, automatically prompting you to begin the configuration. So it's really as simple as that. You scan a QR code, and it connects you to the network and pops up with the configuration page. Great. So let's say we're going to continue in English. Now what we're going to do, it's automatically scanning for Wi-Fi. You can see it there. So it's telling us the Wi-Fi scan is completed. And great. Let's see what networks we found. There we are. That's my home network. So we're going to select that. And you're not going to be able to see me enter my password. So we're just going to hide that. And then we're going to enter the password. Done. And say connect. And now I'm going to show you it again. Good. There you go. Wi-Fi connection successful. Right. So we've bound to our home network. And you'll notice that the QR code has actually changed now. And the reason that happens is because as the Knomi detects you going through different stages of the initial setup and calibration, the QR code changes in case you lose track of where you are, so that you can just scan it and it'll take you back to where you were, where you're meant to be. Great. So it's saying here that the binding has been successful. The Wi-Fi connection has been successful. Let's jump across to printer binding. So we'll go over there, and now we're going to hit scan. So you can see it's busy searching for printers to bind to. Now this particular printer, and of course, as you go at each stage, it tells you what's going on. So I'm not too sure how clear it is on the screen, but this is saying scanning for printer. So now it's looking, and it's going to find all of the Bambu machines on your network. I've got a couple of them around here, more than just a couple. But little bit of insight into how this scan works. Bambu machines report themselves on the network periodically using just a little broadcast message. They sort of shout out into the open, hey, I'm here. But you can't solicit that response. It just needs to be sent by the machine. So we kind of have to wait about a minute often for the scan to complete. But you can see here the scan is done. And let's see what machines it's found. So it has not found the machine that I am looking for. Let's run another scan. Let's make sure that this machine is indeed on the network. Yes, it is. Good. Hang on. I know what the problem is. I am still connected to the Panda Knomi hotspot with the phone. No, actually, that shouldn't make a difference. So let's just let it run its scan again. Like I say, the Bambu machines kind of just shout out into the ether, hey, I'm here. And sometimes you need to wait long enough for the machines to send that signal out and for the Panda Knomi to detect it. So we'll give it a fair enough scan period now, and then we'll see if it detects all the machines. So the scan generally takes about 80 to 90 seconds a pop if it's going to be thorough. So let's look at some questions. Ben, I wonder if you have multiple, can you sync them so they display the same thing? Well, they will be synced by virtue of the fact that they're kind of tied directly into what the printer is doing. So they're synced to the printer. Okay, so printer scan completed. Good. Let's see what we got. And there we have it. Okay, so here's our printers they're found. This one is Buck A1, so my wife's nickname is Buck. It's kind of her little printer, so we're going to select that one. There you go. Good. So there it is. It's found. So it's populated the serial number. And now what we need is the access code. And again, I'm not going to let you see my access code. So we're just going to hop over here and hide that. And you could probably see it on the screen anyways. Hey, you sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Let's see, though, what we've got here. Yeah, you're going to see the access code. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't hack my network, guys. Do good things. All right. I'll change it after the stream anyway, huh? Good. Let's pop back off on screen cam so you can see what's going on here. There you go. You've seen the access code anyways. Now it's just going to bond. Bonding successful. Great. So we ran the scan. We've bound successfully. And we are now connected to the Wi-Fi and to the printer. And that's it. Pretty much the installation's done. And you can see I was having a little bit of fun with this one before installing it over here. Let's run you through what the interface is like here on the web UI. So we just tap, there's your Wi-Fi, right? You can see what the Wi-Fi IP address of the Panda Knomi is like right at the top there. And you can configure the Wi-Fi if you want. Host name is pretty cool. So on your network, when you want to re-access this interface at a later stage, which you're probably going to be doing because this is how you configure it, you can set it to whatever you want. So we could call this the live stream Knomi. I'm choosing a lot of characters, which is probably silly because it means I have to type them in again. But there we go. Anyways, I've done it. Livestream Knomi.local, and let's set that up. Okay, host name has been completed. It'll only take effect after restart, and click OK to confirm the restart. So we're going to restart, and that's going to shut down the Wi-Fi. And you can see over here it's reconnecting to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to do the same on this device and reconnect to my Wi-Fi at home. Great. On we go. And now let's see if we can actually access Livestream Knomi.local. Live stream Knomi.local. Go. And there we go. Good. So that's how you access the Panda Knomi user interface when you're back on your home network. Really, really simple. Okay, so there's your Wi-Fi tab. You've got the AP tab. This means your local access point. If you forget what that IP address was or what that name was, the Panda Knomi has a little local access point that it broadcasts, and you can always connect to that, and that'll get you back into this user interface. So that's one option. Then you've got the printer tab over here, and that's, of course, where we used to bind to the printer earlier. And this is the really cool part here. You've got the theme tab, all right? And this just gives you tons of configuration options. So you can see I have updated the standby GIF to sort of little Nyan cat, and that's why he's doing his thing there. But I can pop preview mode on, and I can preview all the other GIFs. So let's preview what the nozzle heating GIF is doing. So there you go. I've just tapped preview, and that's what nozzle heating will do. Let's preview what bed heating would do. So there you go. That's our GIF for bed heating. I wish I could actually come in closer here. This cable is a bit short, guys, but let me try and bring it in so you get a better view of what's on that screen, yeah? All right. That's a bit, let's do this. And like that. There you go. That's a bit better. Hey, good. So let's preview, let's say bed leveling. Oh, there you go. So you can just preview all your GIFs. And let's say that I want my bed leveling to be a different color. I'm just going to tap there. I'm in the mood for a little bit of purple effect on the bed leveling. So let's confirm that. And let's do a little preview there again. Did I make it completely black instead of purple? I think I did, yes. There we go. Confirm. And let's preview. Aha! All right, that looks pretty cool. I like that. And maybe the homing GIF. Let's preview that, see what we got. All right. So there's our homing, but I feel like homing is a blue to me. All right, so we're gonna go down to maybe like an aqua blue. Something a little bit, yeah, I like that. Cool, done. Let's preview that. Yeah, I'm into that. Same color as my Frostbite Cryo Grip plate. So yeah, I'm done with that. Cool. And I mean, you've got all these GIFs that you can configure. You can just see you've got printing okay, filament purge, everything that you can configure. It's really, really cool. You've got a global hex code that you can configure as well, if you want to change the color of all the GIFs. And then you've also got this print progress up the top here. So you can say, when the print is busy going, do I want to display only percentages? So just a percentage of what's busy going on? Or do I want to display my own custom GIF that I have specified? So you could have like a little head turning, whatever you want, some really cool GIF while it's busy printing. Or do I want it to alternate between the percentage and my custom GIF every 10 seconds to get a bit of functionality and a bit of fun mixed in there as well? So I like the alternating display. I'm going to turn off preview mode here, and we're going to go back to this is just the standby GIF that I have defined. And there it is, guys. Panda Knomi's installed. We've fully configured it. And what has that been like? I don't know, like 10 minutes. It's really not a big thing. It's pretty simple to do. And then you've got this little thing at the bottom here, download IMG. Now that's pretty cool, because what that means is that once you configure something that you really like, or maybe you see someone online who's done something that you really like, and you're like, hey, that is a cool theme pack. I'd like that on my Panda Knomi. They can just tap this download IMG, and it pulls the whole thing down, and they can share it with you, and you can literally just upload it to your Panda Knomi, and you've got everything they do. How do you do that? Let's go to this final tab over here, settings, and this is where we can either update the IMG file, so you can see at the very top there, it's got the update IMG, and then you can also update your firmware there. So let's do that right now, guys. We've shown you the full installation. We have shown you how to customize things, how to bond. It's all done. What I'm going to do now is download this IMG file, and then I'm going to send it to Richard in Shenzhen, and he's going to load it onto one of his Panda Knomis there, and let's see if it comes out exactly the same way that we configured it over here. So a couple of questions coming in. If you change something on a custom GIF, can you revert using the default button? Once you change it, that custom GIF is overwritten in memory. So the default button changes the color for that particular display back to default. Okay, cool. So download is successful. Let's send this across to Rich. But all the original factory GIFs are available just in an IMG file. So if you want to go back to factory, you can just download that IMG file and you're back to factory GIFs. It's no problem. Download successful. Very, very good. I'm going to pop this off. Let's hit downloads. There we are. And we're going to send that to my Mac. And that would be me. Let's see if it pops up on my Mac or my phone. Come on, AirDrop, don't fail me now. I think it's trying to send it to my iPhone, which is actually the camera that is filming this. So let's see if I can find my Mac on AirDrop. People, Luke Harrison. It seems very insistent on sending it to my iPhone. I tell you what, let's send it to my WhatsApp, because I actually have WhatsApp on my laptop, and that will allow. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hello, welcome, accept. And we have finally airdrop. Well done, Apple. Airdrop worked, and I have it on my Mac, and I'm going to send that across to Richard. I'm just going to change the camera shot here so that we can see what's going on. Hello, welcome. And let's send that across to Rich. I've got it here in my downloads folder. Good. Rich, this is going to be sent to you, buddy, and pop it on to one of your Panda Knomis are there in the studio, and show the team or the viewers just how easy it is to share these things together. All right, so it is on its way to you now. It's coming over your ding. There we go. Cool. All right.
Waiting for it.
All right, it's sent. Go for it.
Okay. So I just hit download. 1 second, just wait for it to download.
All right, let's have a look at some questions.
Then we'll open
If I make a theme website, how about you send me a Knomi and some basketball filament? Buddy, if you make a theme website, I will send you a Knomi and some basketball filament. Pulse Rider. You can contact me if you want to make a theme website, because the reality is we were kind of working on one anyway, but you know what? You go ahead, man. This is all about people customizing the Panda Knomi and doing cool stuff with it. And maybe one of the coolest things is creating a community website that a bunch of people can get together with and share things together. So yeah, man. You can send me an email. We can definitely chat after the stream, buddy. Yeah, send me an email or contact me on Discord. My Discord handle is BTT University. So BTT University. Fire me a message. It's early in the morning, but I've had my coffee, so I should be semi-compos mentis, and we can have a chat.
So while you answering the
overclock
questions, I've already started the upload process. It's now just loading the image into the Panda Knomi.
All right, so there you can see it's busy downloading the IMG file that I just sent to Rich. So once it's done, he should have the exact colors and GIFs that I was using here. And yeah, bear in mind, you've got all those customization options for GIFs. Pretty much any event that the machine does, you can define your own custom GIF for that thing to display. And there are some pretty interesting GIFs that you can come up with. I've had some pretty wild suggestions about what to display when the extruder is busy purging on the side. I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to come up with some pretty fun GIF packs to add a bit of expression. Yeah, gonna be fun. So a suggestion, is it possible to live stream the Knomi? Unfortunately, it isn't possible because the device itself isn't able to host a not even a high resolution, but an RTSP stream or any sort of live stream coming out of it. So we can take screenshots, but we can't actually host a live stream coming out of it. You could do an emulator, I guess, but then it really wouldn't be the real thing. For now, famous last words. Come on, guys, come up with some interesting things that we can do with it. I mean, if you want to live stream of it, yeah, I'm sure someone will come up with it. All right, so that is almost downloaded. It looks like we're just over 90% there, 91%. Yeah, let's maximize that so we can see it, 93%. And let's see what happens as soon as it's done. Good. Update is successful. Oh, look at that. Lovely. It is exactly the theme pack. We got a little Nyan cat there. And yeah, let's preview some of the things.
What did you change? You changed.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even remember. Some of the colors through there.
Bed leveling, I think.
Yeah. All right. So that is the theme pack, guys, and you can send that to other people. And yeah, let's chat about that sharing website. We'll get that up and running for everyone, and you can easily just share these with your mates. Come up with some interesting things. Good, Rich. So let's just show also the P1S mount because we've developed a little P1S mount too. I think that's in the bottom left of the frame there. I want to get on to the giveaway and the sales links. I can see a lot of people need to go to work and a lot of people are getting tired. So let's quickly show that mount.
So you're just gonna need to feed your USB cable through the little hole that's on the top. And then you kind of pinch the cable into the back here. And the front comes off. Grab a Knomi. You're going to, well, peel off the screen protector.
Of course, we peel off our screen protectors unless we are one of those people who don't.
Then you just kind of pop it in there. Okay, pop the cover back on. Then plug the USB cable back in. And then this kind of just sits in the cable chain or cable access hole.
All right, so that just clips in there and we're good to go.
Like that.
Beautiful. All right, so there's your P1S mount. And Rich is just plugging the USB in now on the machine. And now we're powered up. And you can see it's displaying that same QR code that we saw on mine earlier as I was busy setting it up. Good. And we've also obviously got the X1C one. Now with the X1C, you need to get power to it. And so what we do is it bundles with a Panda branch so that you can split out the power from the back and you can get that through to the, there you go. Rich is showing a little image of it now. So the Panda branch sits on the back and that gets power through to the Panda Knomi sitting with that screen mount that we've designed over there. So what we have now is we've actually got a special guest, Daniel from ModBot. He's had a Panda Knomi for some time. In fact, he's had it since we had really early beta firmware, and he's been able to see the improvements come through on the firmware. And now it is at a point where it's final, and Daniel is with us to chat about it and his experience. Dan, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Can you hear me okay?
We can, and thank you so much for tying in, even though it's late over there. We really appreciate you.
It's 10 o'clock. I got my tea made, so I've been behind the scenes. It's funny because even after playing around with it, watching the stream, I was learning a little bit more about some of the customization options on it. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on, and excited for. I know that there's been a lot of interest in the Knomi for the A1 series of printers, so it's exciting that the wait is finally over. Hi everybody, I see a lot of people in chat saying hi. Normally my streams are 10 hours earlier.
Yeah, no, I remember when I was sitting with the product management team and they were like, hey man, how much customization should we have on the Panda Knomi? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of different, because I've been running the original one, like, the Clipper based one for quite a while. And I customized one animation on it, but the customization on this through the back panel is way easier than anything that I remember doing with the original one. So for those that want to...
The original one, you had to take that binary GIF and dump it into a C file, recompile that with Platform.io, and then take that and upload it back to the Knomi. And that was one of the things I said, guys, we want that, but we cannot go through that. We just need to have it click via web UI and done.
Yeah. Someone actually a bit smarter than me with the file did the hard work for me and basically passed me back the finished file that I was able to just upload to it. So I can't take credit for, doing the back end stuff. But yeah, the interface is awesome. And I didn't realize, one of the things I didn't realize was that there was a download image file for the sharing aspect of it, which is something I think is going to be a lot of fun for people.
Exactly. And that was something that we threw in probably about midway through the design, as internally we started coming up with really cool concepts. And we were like, hey, what would be really nice is I want what you've done on my development because that's cool. We said, well, we want that. Others are going to want it too. Let's just make it a standard thing.
Definitely.
And there we are.
Yeah. I can totally see theme packs and stuff like that people develop that, someone's going to be like, oh, I really want that one. So making it where it's easier than sending a bunch of single GIF files to someone else's is really nice.
Exactly. Yeah. Homer eating a donut or whatever it's going to be. So now you've been in the printer game for some time, right, Dan? As you mentioned, you not that you're old.
Yeah. I've been 3D printing for a little over a decade now. So it's been a little bit, man. It's been a little bit.
Yeah. And you've been able to see how machines have changed over the time, and boy, have they changed, right?
Yes.
Yes. So within the context of sort of personalization of machines, because we understand that machines are great, they work beautifully out the box now, but within the context of that like personal imprint that you could put onto a machine, how has that changed over the last decade that you've been in the game?
Yeah. So I think that for the first few years, there was really no standard. I mean, we're in 2025. So I got my first printer in 2014. There was no sort of standard. Everything was very unique. You look at a printer and like it's got its identity behind it. And it's drifted, or it's sort of slimmed down over the years. And I think over the last probably 24 months now, the 3D printers coming out, and I think most will agree with it, look really similar to the past 3D printer that came out. Like they all, basically box a lot of them with similar colors and just not a lot going on. So a huge thing that I used to really enjoy with the early 3D printers was the ability to customize, just about everything I wanted, even if it was simple things like adding LEDs or, some extra fans and stuff like that. But yeah, most of them now, other than the DIY stuff, but if we're talking, off the shelf retail printers, they look pretty similar to each other, man. They really do.
Yeah. And we noticed that as well. So, we noticed that they look similar, and we noticed that there's like this burning desire still out there for people to put a splash of their own personality into it. And that's how I say earlier, we saw people printing up these really cool front tool covers for their A1 and really trying in every which way possible to put a little splash of their own personality. And that's when we decided, all right, let's get cracking on this product. We've already got one for Clipper. We were going to write the firmware from scratch though, and make it as easy to use as possible. And we've kind of already touched on that, right? Because that Clipper one was made for the DIY market. So, it took their skill set into consideration, but we just could not use any of that firmware for this because it's not the same market. So you've had a chance to set it up.
Yep.
In terms of the installation process, and we've just gone through that now, but I mean, arguably we could say that I am biased because I work for the company.
Yeah, you got insider. You know how it all works, man.
I've had some time to work with it. How difficult would you say it is to actually set the thing up?
Okay, so
configure it?
Yep. So I didn't actually have any instructions as far as unless I received them and just didn't see them in an email. I received no instructions, and the QR code that it was provided with wasn't live yet because the product's launching today. But even without that, I think it was 15 or so minutes. Honestly, the only thing that made me scratch my head was, where do I feed the wire into for powering it? And I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, wait, it's got to be through this hole right here. I actually think I went to the product pre-launch page and was like, okay, I see it's coming in from somewhere here. But yeah, aside from that, like the physical install is, because even the injection molding has like instructions how to open it, and sort of you can't place it different ways. It only goes in one way. It's super simple. Like if the original one was like you know, an 8 or 9 on the difficulty scale, this thing is a piece of cake. Like, I strongly believe that even someone that doesn't usually customize their 3D printer will not have any issues with it. Like, it's very, very simple. And that's without instructions. Like, that's without having Luke making a video or a wiki. Like, that's just going in blind and being like, this goes here and, you know, that goes there. So
yeah. And that, again, was like one of the key things that we were after. Like, QR codes everywhere, guiding you through the process. If you lose your way, the power turns off in between. You should just be able to turn it back on, and there's a QR code saying, hey, this is where you were, pick up from here. You know, you scan it and you're good to go. And it's, you know, when you aim for something and then you get feedback saying, hey, this is working the way that you originally intended, that's a pretty good feeling. So it's good to hear that from you, man.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, you guys did a good job as far as the hand-holding aspect of it. I think that people are going to be spending more time customizing and less time troubleshooting or trying to figure out how to install it, which is always a good thing.
So we've chatted a bit about the customization features on it, right? And you said like there were things that you didn't even realize it could do.
Yep.
Is there any one particular feature? And I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. Any one particular customization feature that you're excited about working with, or yeah, I mean, even if there's not, you know, if all of them appeal to you, but what do you think about the whole customization thing?
Yeah, so the customization is awesome. I'm really curious to see. It's funny. So I did customize one thing. I can change really quick my screen here. There's Sonic the Hedgehog is my printing
awesome.
GIF, which I like. That one was an obvious one to me, but I spent more time looking at how many options there were to change and trying to decide on what's an appropriate GIF. So I stuck with defaults except for that one for now. But yeah, as far as customization, I don't know if there's anything specific that comes to mind instantly. I'm really curious to see about what the community does. Like, I know someone mentioned that they wanted to have a link that it displayed kind of that could take people to their website. And while I believe this thing takes GIFs right now, I'm pretty sure it's not difficult to create just a static GIF that it kind of doesn't actually move. So for someone that would want to do like a QR code, you know, advertising something or branding or yeah. So I'm curious to see what kind of other stuff that the community comes up with, because there's like, this is a really fun upgrade, but I have a feeling the community is going to figure out like unique ways to sort of gain additional utility from it for various things that, you know, like you guys couldn't have even thought of, or myself. So that's really what I'm most excited for. And then I'm sure I'm going to put some stuff on here that's going to make my son smile. my boy's almost 2 years old next week, and I'm dying to put like Mickey Mouse on here. He's gonna freak out. Or something like that.
Man,
you know?
yeah, he's gonna see Mickey's head turning like on the extruder and be like, no ways.
Yeah, he's gonna lose.
So what you were saying with the QR code, that is, I mean, that's 100% possible, right? Like we're
cool.
In the wiki, we're gonna have links to GIF maker sites, so you can either resize GIFs or make your own GIF there. And,
nice.
and I mean, a GIF is just a series of images, and even if it's just one frame repeating, it's still a GIF. So you can put a QR code down, it just sits and repeats.
Cool.
Funny thing, my wife does like a little market like on the weekends, right? Because I've got all these machines, and at one point a couple of years back, she was like, hey, I should print stuff on those machines and go and sell it. So she does. And then one of the first questions that she asked me when she saw the Panda Knomi was, hey, could I put my little logo on that thing? So when a machine is printing at the market, people could see my logo like rotating. And I was like, you know, I didn't think of that, but absolutely you could. So you're right. People are going to find pretty cool utility out of this.
Yeah, the marketing aspect of it, I think, is really cool for people that I've seen a lot of. I mean, it's been a while, but whether it's on TikTok or some website where they stream the printer just printing cool stuff, but being able to have their specific like watermark almost on the printer is a really cool thing. And then one other thing I want to really quickly say is that with the older version, I have the K1 for Clipper. It has additional things you can do with it. But I find that one of the things I actually like the most is being able to easily see the percentage the printer is at from across the room without having to walk over to it. Like the A1 Mini has its screen, but it goes into sleep mode as it's in right now. And even when it's active, if I'm sitting in my chair, I can't really look over and easily see it. So even just being able to see like, cool, you know, the rings are almost closed, or if I can read the percentage, it's nice being able to quickly see how far the printer is from across the room, which you can't typically do.
I mean, that's kind of what I was mentioning at the beginning, right? Like everyone, when they want to see how their printer's going, they look at the tool head and they're like, okay, the print is good. It's not spaghetti, so it's good.
Yep.
And how cool is it when you can look at the tool head and then tell that's the percentage and it's not spaghetti?
Yep. It's a definite plus. So yeah, it's been, and also, I mean, I know that there's some customization aspect to this as far as even the housing, but as someone that grew up playing a lot of video games and really likes the clear consoles, I really like the injection molding being this sort of semi-translucent clear color, because it just looks freaking cool. It's a really cool.
I'm going to show you a little summon over here. That if you're one of the few very fortunate people who get this, you will get a completely clear.
Yeah, it's like glass clear. I mean, yeah, that's sick. Not non-frosted clear.
Yeah, this is a special edition. The reason we didn't go large with this is it tends to be a little bit more fragile than the frosted. So we've probably got about 200 units that are completely clear. Yeah, but the rest will be the frosted one. So those are out there in the wild. There'll be a few people who get those, guys. Cool. And the question that we sometimes dread hearing the answer to, but it's essential: what can we do better with it?
What can you do better? I mean, the one thing that I don't know if it's even possible based off of what the device can do, but seeing the semi-translucent case and being a sucker for modding stuff, the thought instantly popped in my head of like backlighting the case would be freaking sweet, man. I don't know if it's possible. Like, I know there's a port that you use when you no, it's actually the small 2-pin port for powering it. So I don't know if it's possible, but instantly, like, the idea of matching color LEDs inside that housing with the status, like, was the first thing that came to mind. Which,
I like that. I'm shooting
for the stars, man. I'm shooting for the stars here. So, but yeah, aside from that, right now, I mean, the installation's a piece of cake. The GIF process is super simple, and I did you say there was going to be a resizing utility from BigTreeTech, or no? Just right now using third-party. Like, there's a lot of third-party stuff out there.
I mean, like, why reinvent the wheel? There are websites out there that. So what I did is I just ran a search and I took all the GIF resizer websites and I was like, number of clicks wins, and I found one that was like 3 clicks. Cool. So you kind of drop your GIF, 3 clicks later you've got a resized GIF, and I was like, why reinvent that when we can just
I agree.
And tell people there you go. Yeah. So GIFs, all that will be documented in the wiki though. So this is kind of all you need to do.
It's a piece of cake. I mean, this GIF was too large for what the recommendation was, and I did the same thing. I just Googled GIF resizer. First hit came up, and I resized it in a minute or two, exactly to the. I think it's 204 by 204 pixels is roughly.
Exactly. 240. Yeah.
Okay, 240. Yeah. So I mean, it was really simple, but. Yeah, no, the only thing, that's all I've got for you right now is my crazy LED idea. But
I like that, though. I like the LED idea. We'll have to look into that.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
all right, guys. So we were going to take a Q&A right now, but I know it's getting late for a lot of people. And so I think what we're going to do is jump right into the giveaway. You're going to have a chance to win a bunch of Panda Knomis now. While the giveaway is on, I just want to say this. It looks, from what I'm seeing in the chat, that the purchase links went live. So Jane, I know that you are listening. It looks as if you turned the purchase links on too early, and we didn't have a chance to announce it. And a lot of the early units at a discount have sold already. Jane, could you disable those links? Add some more discount units while we're doing the giveaway. So refresh those discount units, disable the links for now, refresh the discount units, and we will release some more discount units after the giveaway is done. So Jane, if you can just please arrange that while Sia is busy doing the giveaway. Right. Sia, we are now going to hand over to you, and you can do the giveaway. What we do want to say before we do this, though, Dan, it's late. You've got a 2-year-old. Which means that your sleep is already not that great.
Very minimal.
So we're going to thank you very much for jumping on now. Okay. And we're going to allow you to go and get some of that much needed sleep.
Sure.
Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you maybe at RMRF again this year.
Yeah, and, we just found out baby number 2 is on the way, man. So we'll see. I don't know how much traveling I'll be doing, but
so maybe not.
I'll see you at some show. But yeah, thank you, Luke, and the whole BigTreeTech team for having me on. And I'll be watching to see what sort of crazy cool stuff people do with the Knomi, and I think that the only comment I have is I'm going to need more of these Knomis for my other A1s and A1 minis as well. But good luck,
Well, I'll tell you what,
everyone.
on that note, if you want to help Dan get more Knomis, we're going to be putting his links, his affiliate links, as part of the sales links. Do him a favor, grab a Knomi through one of his links. He's a great guy.
That's awesome. Thank you. That's
and
really cool.
You can see he's been using the Knomi, and he's happy.
It's sweet. It's a really cool device. So thank you. Cheers, everyone. Good luck with the giveaways and the discounts, and I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Daniel.
See you. Over to you.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right, everyone. By now, you should be the expert on the Panda Knomi and ready for the giveaway, right? So we will ask the question, and then we will randomly pick 5 winners from the comment section. We will wait a while so that any streams with a delay also have a chance to comment. Okay, so the question is, what's your favorite feature of Panda Knomi? Just drop your answer in the comment section, and our assistant will pick the winners. Think about what we've just covered in the live stream, from the product introduction to the installation demo. Our winners will be picked randomly, so go ahead and share your thought with us. And repeat, what's your favorite feature of Panda Knomi? Okay? So if someone needs a hint, like real-time display or the option to customize animations, ooh, I saw a lot of answers right now. Yeah. Nearly 2 time up. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. And thanks so much for your enthusiastic participation. We've received a heap of answers, so let's give our assistants some time to select the winners. If you didn't win, don't be discouraged. We have another giveaway at the end of the live stream, so there's still a chance for you. Okay? Did you see that? Okay, so our Gina is selected the winners right now. You still have a chance to put your answer on the comment section. Yeah, like customizable gifts. Yeah, percentage. Come on. Gina, send your answer to Richard.
Where's our winners? Wait. Come on.
Yeah, our 5 winners from YouTube and Facebook. We have 3 winners right now and 2 on the way, maybe. Hold on.
All right, so guys, I know that it's saying all sold out. I just want to give you an update on that. It's all sold out because those sales links weren't meant to be active yet, so that everyone gets a fair chance at getting a discounted unit. We've scrubbed all the inventory. We're obviously quite excited about launching this. Someone on the back end was very excited, and they clicked release inventory a little bit early. We've scrubbed that. We're reloading the discounted units. For those who already got discounted units, good for you. You scored, but there will be more discounted units available just now. So those sales links, they're going to be reading no inventory for now. So it's sold out, but they're not actually sold out because we haven't officially released them to the chats yet. Hang tight. They'll come next, and you'll have your shot at getting a discounted unit again.
Now I have the list. We have 3 winners from YouTube, which is Stacking Layers, Brent, and Chloe M. And then we have 2 from Facebook, who is Toby Cool and Alan Graham.
All right, congratulations to the winners. So for the guys from YouTube, you're going to have to send... Actually, you know what? Sia, you tell them how they can get in touch.
Yes, okay, congratulations, the 5 guy. You want the new product, Panda Knomi. So please send us a DM via Facebook Messenger or email marketing@biqu3d.com to claim your prize. You can also contact Tonya Jordan. We also posted the winner list and the contact info in the comments. So make sure to check and claim your prize. If you want and from the YouTube stream, then you will need to send the email from the YouTube account that you want from. So now, everyone, a little surprise. We have one more question and 2 more Panda Knomis to give away. So the question is, will the Panda Knomi be affected by the new Bambu firmware update? Okay, drop your answers in the comment section and our assistant will pick the right answer to win our Panda Knomi. You must know the answer, everybody. You must know it. So drop it in comments now. Yeah, I saw a lot of answers right now. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah. Okay, time's up. The answer is that of course not, right? So Panda Knomi won't be affected by the Bambu firmware update. Just enjoy it. Richard. So let's see who the lucky winners are this time.
Waiting for it.
Waiting for the winners list. Look, just like a robot. Waiting the winner.
Hey, I've done a lot of talking this morning. Actually, speaking of which, I've got a glass of water around here somewhere because I need to. All right, guys. So I think that we've got enough answers. Let's pick our winners.
Yeah, so I have the winner's name. So the 2 lucky winners of the Panda Knomi are Ian Morales and Tin Talent.
Well
You
done,
see
guys.
that? Okay.
All right. So that's it. Okay, so 7 of you have walked away with the completely free Panda Knomi. Well done. And we're about to release the sales links. And I've got some good news. We have spoken to the person who was a little bit trigger happy and released the inventory early and asked them, please fix your mistake by adding another 20 units at that $19.99 discount. And they have said that they will make me a coffee to say sorry a little bit later, and they have added the units. And when we release those sales links, you will have your shot at getting another 20 units, 1 per person, at $19.99. So we've sorted all that out. Now what we're going to do is just a quick announcement before we release the links. There is going to be a design competition, all right, where we want you to come up with your coolest ideas for themes on the Panda Knomi. And then we're going to have a repository website where you can upload those themes. That website will preview the theme so that everyone can see, and then they can vote on the theme to say which one they like the most. We're going to be running it for about 2 months. We're going to start it in about 2 weeks from now to give people the chance to receive their Panda Knomis. And then we'll run it for about 2 months. And at the end of it, when we say there will be big prizes, there are going to be some pretty meaningful prizes that we're giving away. We're thinking about, we haven't decided on them yet, so we're open to suggestions from you. But some of the things, the ideas that we're throwing around, gold-plated front covers for the A1, proper, like 24-karat gold-plated front covers for the A1 where you can mount your Panda Knomi, and accompanied with cash prizes that can be spent on the BigQ website, meaningful cash prizes you can spend on the BigQ website. So we've got some pretty cool ideas. Let us know what you think would be cool prizes for that competition. You design a theme, you upload it, people vote. If they love it, you get some pretty cool prizes. But that is the competition that will be coming. And now we're about to release the sales links. For people like Michael, who have been here for an hour and still think it's sold out. Michael, those sales links haven't been released yet. So hang tight. They're about to be released now. Let's get onto that. I think, Sia, you're going to go ahead and release it. What I just want to say before we release it, though, is that, remember, we've seen a mount for a P1S, we've seen a mount for an X1C, we've seen a mount for an A1. And so to account for the different mounting options, there are different packages available that you'll see on the link when you click there. One is going to be a package that is this standard A1 mount over here that comes with the injection molded housing and the Panda Knomi. You're going to get one that's just the Panda Knomi by itself with the power cable. That's a little bit cheaper. You're going to get one that's for an X1C or E, and that has the Panda branch and the cable to connect to it. And then you're going to get one for a P1S that has the special cable and the Panda Knomi. So depending on the machine that you have, make sure you select the correct package. That's what I want you to understand from this. All right, Sia, go for it. Let's release those links.
Yes, so it is finally time to officially release the Panda Knomi so that you can all get your hands on one. So first, let's tell you all what the pricing is. The A1 version of the Panda Knomi, which comes with the frosted tool head cover, with retail for $49.99. But you will have the chance to grab it for as low as $19.99 in just a few moments. The other versions of the Panda Knomi are not on special for this live stream, but let me just mention their prices. The standalone Knomi that comes with no mounting option is $35.99. The Knomi for the P1S that comes with cables for that machine is $37.99. And the Knomi for the X1C that comes with a Panda branch to provide the power, it will sell for $59.99. We have amazing discount on our official website, AliExpress, and 20% off on Amazon. You can also grab one through the affiliate links of ModBot Daniel. All the links will be released together. Just grab what you want. So, right, let's release the links. Okay, cheer up. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Our team is going to pass them in the chat, and shortly thereafter, they will go live, and you'll have your chance to pick up the A1 version of the Panda Knomi at an amazing discount. We have 20 units going at $19.99, another 20 units going at $29.99, and another 20 units going at $39.99 on our official website and AliExpress. Okay, each customer can only buy a single unit while the discount is active, but that restriction will be lifted as soon as all of the discounted units have sold out. You can grab as many as you want without a quantity limit at the retail price. And you can also grab the Panda Knomi with 20% off on Amazon. Just check all the links in comments right now, okay? So now, look, we'll take you through more exciting details about
Alrighty,
Panda Shelter. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, just bear in mind that your browser may have cache, which means that even though the links are active, it's still showing sold out, but it's not sold out. So, hit up a refresh. Worst case scenario, open up those links in a incognito tab. So it's that private browsing tab that doesn't store cache and cookies. And that way it should reflect exactly the latest current stock status. And then you'll be able to pick up Panda Knomi because the inventory has been released now. And if you were fortunate enough to pick up one of the cheaper units earlier on when the inventory was released early, good for you. We're not going to take that back. But otherwise, it is released now, and just keep refreshing because when your browser does finally update it, you should see that you can grab one of those units. Yeah, I'm already seeing people are picking them up for $20. So that inventory is definitely reflected, guys. Remember, you've got our official website, you've got AliExpress, and you've got Amazon that you can pick one up. And of course, you've got ModBot's AffLinks. So yeah, do the man a favor, grab a couple through his AffLinks. He's a great guy. And he's having a second baby. So any of you who've ever had children, I think you realize the man could use some AffLink sales. Right, so I am getting rid of this A1 that was on the table. Let's pop it on the floor over there. as well as all the extra Panda Knomi paraphernalia we have around. And the reason I'm doing that is because we're about to jump into another giveaway. We have got the Panda Shelter that I'm going to pop up here and show you all. Right. So let's pop these over here as well. Good. So, oh, well done. I'm seeing a bunch of messages coming through. People are picking them up for 20 bucks on Alley. Bunch of people got them on the official website. Some questions. Let's just answer some questions. Will there be a 3-month STL available for the X1 screen mount for customization? Absolutely, there will. We're going to release. Where are they? I have it here. So let me. Oh, I'm going to get my exercise in this morning. Here we go. The A1. We're going to be releasing this printable file if you want to mount it on the side. We're going to be releasing the printable file that Rich showed you earlier for the P1S that clips into the top here. And we're going to be releasing the printable file for X1 that mounts onto the side of the screen. Will all be released, and we'll release the step versions of them too, so that if you want to take them and run with some customization, that's what this is all about, right? Then please feel free to do that. You will have access to all of those. Good, good, good. So if the link's not working for you, I'll say it again, guys. Please pop them into an incognito browser window. That's going to make sure that there are no cookies buffered that are reflecting old data. And also make sure that if you're copying it from the comments, that you're copying the full proper link and you're not mistakenly leaving out characters. I've seen people do that. They get frustrated. They say the link's not working, but you do need to make sure that you're actually copying the full link. But it's definitely working. Cool. Where we'll be able to find the files will all be on the product wiki, and the product wiki will go live later today. So we're going to have instructions on how to resize your GIFs, how to customize everything, all the files available on the wiki, all available later today. Cool. Guys, so if you want a giveaway, let's just reiterate. You need to get in touch with the email address that Sia mentioned earlier. That's marketing@biqu3d.com. So that's BIQU3D.com. Mention whether you were a Facebook winner or if you were a YouTube winner. If you were a YouTube winner, send the email from the same YouTube account that you won from, just so that we can verify identity. Facebook, we'll be able to do that through Facebook. If you were a Facebook winner, then message Tonya Jordan. She's on the official BigTreeTech group from the account that you won from, and we will arrange to get your prize to you. Hopefully that lets you know. Great, guys. So we're going to do a very quick, because I know that some of you have got to get to work. I know that a lot of you are tired. Let's not draw this out any longer. We're going to show you the Panda Shelter now. So very quick one. Here's the Panda Shelter. And this is another really cool little product that we've been working on. I say little product. I'm going to eat my words now as I put it up on the desk. So this is large enough for you to fit an A1 as well as the AMS Lite. So there's your Panda Shelter, right? It is an enclosure for the A1 or A1 Mini. It fits machines, it fits tools, it fits the AMS Lite. What are the benefits? Primarily, it keeps drafts away from your machine. And drafts for certain 3D printing filaments, even for things as simple as PLA, if it gets cold enough, are the enemy of 3D printing because they cause warping. What happens is they cause the filament that has been printed to cool much faster than the filament that is currently being printed. And that causes it to shrink and pull off the build plate. And that's when you start to see warping. Enclosing it just keeps those drafts away from your machine. And so you're far less likely to suffer from warping. And it enables the printing of filaments on a machine like the A1, where you can do things like ABS, nylon, and ASA. So pretty cool. It also protects your machine from dust. If you've got pets, pet hair, if you've got very curious pets, it even protects it from pets deciding that they'd like to lie on a nice warm heated bed or just get curious and stick their noses around your machines. So that's another cool benefit. And it has a ventilation kit that can be purchased as well. So here's the ventilation kit. I'm going to pick it up here. Now I'm just going to explain what it consists of. We've got a fan that exhausts the air from inside the chamber. We have got a carbon filter that pushes the air through it, purifies it, removes VOCs and particles from it. And these are replaceable. We're going to be selling them in packs of 5, so you can keep that air fresh to make sure that you're basically expelling air out of this that doesn't have any of those little nasty microplastics in it still. And there's also on the front a very handy temperature and humidity sensor that will tell you what the temperature and humidity inside the chamber is. Now, a lot of people think, well, Bambu say that the A1 shouldn't be enclosed because that would be dangerous for it. And there is some truth to that statement, but that's why the ventilation system comes in so handy, because what it allows you to do is turn it on and you're keeping drafts away from the machine, but you're also able to regulate the temperature inside the chamber and make sure that it doesn't get too hot. So this is the other part of the ventilation system. You've got that nice flexi pipe where you can direct all those nasty fumes wherever you want them to go. Although by the point they're coming out the end of that pipe, they've been nicely filtered by that carbon charcoal filter. So ventilation kit keeps things nice and clean. And yeah, you've got that humidity temperature sensor. This will fit your A1 and your AMS light side by side, as well as a bunch of extra tools. You'll have enough space to easily see what's going on and work inside there if you need. The entire front lifts up when you want to access it. It's clear too, so you can see in there. We've got little pockets all around. You can kind of see at the back here. We've got these pockets there. You can throw a little bit of desiccant into them. You'll notice that it's a mesh, so it'll still keep absorbing humidity from the atmosphere. And there's quite a few of them all around the walls, so that you can put quite a bit of desiccant, keep the environment in there nice and dry for your printing. So it's really multifunctional. It's a nice little dry room that protects your printer from everything. How much does it go for? Well, the shelter by itself, $79.90. It's on sale right now. We'll paste the links in the chat so you can pick one up. If you want it with the ventilation kit, it's $94.90 for the ventilation kit included. We're going to run a giveaway for it now. You're going to have a chance to win one of 5 of these. And to do that, we're going to hand over to Sia.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's time for our final giveaway of the day. You are about to stand a chance to win one of 5 Panda Shelter kits, and all you need to do is to answer this simple question. So the question is, which one of the features of the Panda Shelter will you benefit from the most? Okay, which one of the features of the Panda Shelter will you benefit from the most? Okay, let's wait a while for everyone to have a chance to comment. And then we will ask our assistants to randomly select some winners. I'll repeat the question again. So the question is, which one of the features of the Panda Shelter will you benefit from the most? Okay, I saw a lot of answers right now. And our assistant is just randomly selected the winners right now. Okay, let's just wait a second. Look, robot, okay.
Alrighty, I'm seeing your responses coming in there. Filters, people are loving the fact that it keeps dust away from their machines, cats away from their machines. Cats are interesting little creatures. There's like two types. One that hears a 3D printer and runs for the hills, and then the other one that sees a 3D printer and decides, this is now my home. Yeah, so if you've got the latter kind, then this is definitely going to be of use to you.
Protect my pets.
Yeah. Rico says he's going to put the cat inside the enclosure. Actually, that's also a good option, right? You use the ventilation kit if you put the cat inside the enclosure, right? That's important.
So the winners list is on the way. Guys, still have time to leave your comments. Hold on.
All right, so I think that winners list, let me just check the chat. I think that winners list has been delivered.
Okay, here.
All right, so I have the winners here. We have Scotty P from YouTube, and Jealousy or Jealous Pie from YouTube, and Dave Carr from Facebook, Matt Figel from Facebook, and Jody Pike from Facebook. So please send us a DM via Facebook Messenger or email marketing@bq3d.com to claim your prize.
So your names, guys, they're going to be pasted in the chat as well. There they are in the chats. So Scotty P2, Gillespie, Dave Carr, Matt Figel, and Jody Pike. Well done, guys. Well done. Cool. So some rad giveaways. We've had an awesome time with you this morning. And, you know, for those who it's late, thank you so much for tying in. We always try and select a time that will make as many people as happy as possible. But of course, with people spread across the whole world, that's never easy. So if it's late or if it's super early where you are, thanks so much for connecting. We really appreciate you being here with us. If you're in Australia or in the East there where it's midday, well, enjoy your lunch. Have a good afternoon. If you're in the EU, have a good day at work. We know that you're drinking your coffee and getting ready. And if you're in the USA, have a good sleep and wake up refreshed. And we hope to catch you all during the next one. We have a huge product roadmap planned for 2025. Guys, we're just getting started. And we look forward to more of these streams and give you some good discounts, some good giveaways, some good banter and interaction as we've enjoyed today. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. And we'll catch up next time.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
And hello.
Let's go. Cheers, cheers.